Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and since most of the questions I received are about marriage, we decided to answer your questions about marriage today. But before I start, I want to say 4 things. Number 1, I'm not married myself, so I cannot be giving marital advice.
Wait, bro, I'm married. Can I be in this video? Come on, bro, being part of Ziada's videos was my dream.
Number 2, for the non-Muslims watching, in order for you to understand the content of this video, you have to know that in Islam, premarital relationships, dating, and so on are not allowed in Islam. This is why you might find some of your Muslim friends getting married in their early 20s.
Yeah, like
they're not weird or anything. Well, most of them are not weird or anything. It's just that in Islam, when two people are interested in each other, instead of dating, they get married. Number 3, I just want to let everyone know that this is a reminder to myself first and then to everyone else. Number 4, I asked you guys to send me your questions about marriage in Islam. Thank you so much for your questions. I read as many as I could. But what I realized is that marriage is such a vast topic, you know what I'm saying? So what we decided to do is make a series out of it. I have my great friend Imran Salha here, who's a good friend of mine, and he's married, so he'll have some experience, unlike me.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Let's start off with a typical story. A guy goes to his parents. Mom, Dad, I want to get married. They say no. He goes on Facebook. I hate my parents. I hate my life. They're making the halal difficult and the haram more easy. But relax, calm down, or as my father always says, طويل بنطلونك. Why don't you ask yourself this question? Why are we only looking at the parents in this situation? Getting married early is good. Yeah, it has its positives. But at the same time, if your parents say no, maybe they're right. Maybe you're not actually ready to get married.
Okay, so now let's take it a step further, inshallah. You got past the obstacle of your parents, they're convinced, and you go now to see the girl's parents. And then what happens? Her parents reject you. And then you get so upset, and then you start to say, but the Prophet said if I have khuluq and deen, then you should accept me, and I have khuluq and I have deen. You know what? Society is so corrupt, and I hate society and all of these things. Again, just like Ziyada said before, you gotta turn the lens back on yourself and say, wait, maybe I really am not ready. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to send me a message and let me know that I really am not ready. How else would He have told me that I'm not ready except by not allowing what I wanted to happen.
How do I know that I'm ready to get married? I'm dead serious. How do I know I'm ready to get married?
You need a lot of time. Well, to answer Ziyada's question, it's actually really simple, but I just want to let you all know that we will be focusing on the guy first, but as a sister, you will be benefiting. To be ready, it means that you need to be a man. Alright? So now, here's the next question that you're going to ask me. What does it mean to be a man? Well, we're going to answer that, and we are going to find out what is the true definition of manhood.
Because of the movies nowadays, they made us believe that real men are like, you know, that the guys who are let me tell you something. Your true strength as a bodybuilder is your strength in carrying weights. But your strength as a man is your strength of character. Let me talk to his sisters for a second, alright?
Not for too long.
I notice these days
I'm picking my eyes.
I notice these days girls tend to like that mean, rebellious, rude man. It's good to be strong. Actually, a strong believer is better than a weak believer. But, sister, you would rather have a man who is not strong, but at the same time knows how to speak in front of men, who has a sense of maturity and responsibility. I always get messages from guys who are insecure about their physical appearance, their looks, etc. I want you to remember one thing. Mature girls will look for maturity. They will look for your responsibility, your personality, how it is. Are you a good guy? Are you a bad guy? But girls who are just looking for muscles, they will only look for muscles. Guys, for example, Uthman bin Affan, a companion of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he wasn't known to be a strong man, even though he was a king of an empire. If he would say one word, it's gonna hit home. He doesn't just talk for nothing. So when they were about to assassinate him, and a man jumped through his window, an Egyptian man jumped through his window, and he grabbed Uthman bin Affan's beard. Uthman bin Affan didn't punch him. He didn't do anything. You know what he said? Look at the choice of words that they use. He said, "Da'ha fa inna abaka kana yukrimuha." Leave it. Your dad used to honor this beard. The man shook he ran away and he jumped out of the window. So look at the choice of words. You want a man who knows how to speak.
Let's take a look at an example at someone who we all see as a strong man. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anh. In the time when he was the Khalifa radiallahu anh, there was a Sahabi who he had problems with his wife. His wife was yelling at him. So what did he say? He said, you know what, I'm going to go tell Amir al-Mu'mineen, Umar al-Khattab on you. So then he goes to Umar al-Khattab and he's standing in front of his door, and what does he hear? He hears that Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu's wife is yelling at him. So then he just walked away. So when he was walking away, Umar al-Khattab from the window, he saw that a man came to his door and walked away. So he thought it was a spy. So he opened the door and he said, who are you? Tell me what you were doing here or else I will cut your head off. So then the guy said, honestly, my wife was yelling at me and I wanted to complain to you about her, but I realized that you have your own problems. So then Umar al-Khattab, the real man, he said to him, I have my own problems. Let me tell you something. She cleans for me and she cooks for me and she does not have any religious obligation to do so. So why shouldn't I be generous enough, to be manly enough to suppress my ego and hear a few words from her? Now sisters, please hold on for a second. I don't want you to go and make a party now and share this just because you heard this. Just listen to me. Okay, I'm not saying that you're going to go and yell at your husband and say, well, Umar Khattab let his wives yell at him. No, don't do that. That's not what we're saying here. What we're saying is to the brothers, is that when the mistake occurs, that your wife will maybe raise her voice against you. When that mistake happens, this is the test of your character. Because your true strength will show if you can suppress your ego, control yourself, and know how to handle the situation in the best way possible.
We mentioned before that one of the best characteristics for our sisters in a man is a sense of responsibility, right? Yeah, we mentioned that before. If we have two people interested in each other, how do they know that the man is responsible enough to take on this relationship?
You have to look at the guy's circumstances in life. Does he work? Does he struggle to get his money? When he does get his money, does he waste his money? Or does he know how to use his money and how to save it? Is he a student? We're not saying he has to be a 4.0 GPA, but we just want to know, whatever responsibilities that he has now, is he taking care of them? That's how you will know if he will take care of you as a responsibility.
Before I speak to the brothers, I just want to address the parents with something really small. A lot of parents nowadays, they spoon feed their children with everything. It's okay to let them make minor decisions in their life so they can train to make major decisions in the future. It's okay to let them deal with small problems here and there on their own. And then if they can't deal with it, you can help them. And I feel like these things will help them reach the goal of becoming very responsible when they grow up. Now my brothers, the best thing for you to gain a strong sense of responsibility, and wallahi, you will not find a better way, I promise you, is by finding responsible friends. Look, I always refer to friends in my videos. I always tell you, if you want to fix this, find good friends. Guys, because friends are the main pillar, the main factor of how you will change.
And now we're going to mention some things that we can focus on to strengthen our character.
A real man knows what he has, he values it, and he is thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for it.
A real man isn't afraid to apologize, but at the same time, a real man is cautious before he makes a mistake where he will be forced to apologize.
Real men will always keep their promises, but at the same time, real men will only promise things that they can keep. Real men don't raise their voices, but instead, they choose the best of words.
Real men will never be judgmental of others, but at the same time, real men will never compromise their principles. And real men will always be better in private than they are in public. Jazakumullah khair for watching. Oh wait, no, sorry, did I take your line?
Jazakumullah khair for watching. Our links are below, and we'll see you guys later. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.